Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today I am doing a requested video all about watermelon perfumes. If you're new here, then welcome to my channel. It's all about perfumes, fragrances. I have hundreds of videos, so do check them out if you haven't already, and if you're a perfume fan like me. And if you're a regular but you haven't subscribed yet, then do hit that subscribe button and show your support. And as always, the perfumes I mentioned I'll link below for Europe and the US. Watermelon, of course, is such a holiday tropical perfume, and actually the fragrance that I will start with and what inspired me to make this video as well, because I'd had it on my list from your request for a while, was the Watermelons fragrance from Shay and Blue. I've done a video on Shay and Blue, so do check them out. They're a niche London perfumery, but they're sold all around the world. And this watermelon smell, it literally smells exactly like watermelon. I really love how they've captured that exact smell. It's not like there's other stuff in watermelon's one of the notes. It really is super watermelony. It feels fresh, it feels green, it feels like I'm drinking watermelon juice on the beach in the tropics. Like, it's just so fresh. And if you are a watermelon fan, then I cannot recommend this enough. You will love this. You'll want to keep spraying it again and again. And considering watermelon is such a light, watery perfume, I did find the longevity on this was quite good. And this product and this brand also have like accompanying body products as well, so a way to layer the smell. But this is definitely the truest watermelon scent I've ever come across. So next on the list, I would put Dolce & Gabbana's number 3, L'Impératrice number 3. And this, like, I'm contemplating whether I want to buy this because it is a nice fresh smell and it is very watermelony. It also has rhubarb and kiwi in, so it's that mixture, but watermelon comes through the most. So it's that very fresh, tropical, fruity scent. And they had a whole range of these with all different numbers. And this is the only one that has survived, the only one they've continued to sell. All the others have been discontinued, so I would think that means it was the best seller in the range. What's also good is it's incredibly affordable. I think the 100ml, like the full size, you can usually get for about £30, maybe £25. I'll find it at good prices and leave it linked, but very good value, especially considering it's Dolce & Gabbana, which is often not that easy to find heavily reduced. This is usually like 50% off. So if you like those rhubarb, kiwi, but watermelon, like very fruity scents, then this is a nice way of getting it. It is an eau de toilette, so you will be wanting to top it up, but at that price, then you don't mind having to keep topping it up. One that came out a few years ago, CK1 Red Edition for her. This is discontinued, but you can still find it, and I'll leave it linked. This was super watermelony, but it was a slightly powdery watermelony. Had some little violets in there as well with the powderiness, but watermelon was the main scent. And of course, CK1 are very fresh scents. They use fruits like apples and lemons. So here they were using watermelon, and I guess that's why it's red as well. If you do like CK1, you do like those fresh smells, then this is like their watermelon take on it, so good for summer. Watermelon, of course, being tropical, works really well with coconut, and Victoria's Secret have their Pink Sunset body spray. So this is coconut and watermelon, so very holiday tropical feel. So something light and fresh to just spray on maybe after a shower to feel like you're in a tropical climate. A citrusy watermelon is the Lanvin Modern Princess Blooming. This is a new perfume that came out in 2020, and I smelled it just before lockdown. This is very citrusy. It was very like orangey lemon, but the main note for me was watermelon, and I think that's why the bottle has that red through it as well. So it felt like a summer perfume. You know, they've released it in summertime. It felt tropical, it felt fresh, it felt pretty. I think there's a little bit of rose in there, a bit of floral. So like the original, it's like a pretty princess florally type smell, but then he's got this fruity watermelon in to sort of make it like a bit of a summer cocktail twist on the original. For a really good value watermelon perfume, Britney Spears can always be relied on. So her Island Fantasy is a sweet watermelon, so it has like sugary notes in here. It's like a watermelon cocktail, like sweetie, almost alcoholic sweetie fruity or like a boiled sweet watermelon flavour. So if you like watermelon flavour sweets, watermelon chewing gum, it's kind of almost like that. And of course, Britney fragrances are great for lasting, great projection, and are incredibly cheap. That's why they're such good sellers and why they continue to be sold and aren't discontinued, because they are great fragrances, even if they are quite young, sweet smells. If you like that kind of smell, then, you know, go nuts on the Britney fragrances. A really affordable watermelon for you and the sporty folks out there is by Adidas, and of course we all know what Adidas stands for, right? All day I dream about Sophie. So anyway, this again is another really sweet watermelon. It's got grenadine, it's got sugar in, so kind of like the Britney one. It's very sweet, but these are very cheap. I think less than £10, maybe less than £5. On the other end of the scale, something a bit more pricey is from Tocca. There's Simone perfume. This is watermelon, red apple, citrus, so very fresh watermelon. This is one of their most summery, fruity, freshest fragrances. A lot of the Tocca perfumes I find quite floral, whereas this is much more fruity, sweet, light. Though having said that, it does still have plenty floral notes in there, but they don't come across as strongly as the watermelon does. So this is a watermelon mixed with other smells, but it's still watermelon as the main note. Calvin Klein's Eternity Summer from last year, from 2019, was watermelon. Again, it put orange in with the watermelon, so it had a very fruity, citrusy take on watermelon, and there was also, I think, water lily in here as well. So very tropical, very fresh, very light. I much prefer this to original Eternity. I do like their summer versions, and you'll probably be able to get this at good prices now because it's from last year. One of my favourite watermelon perfumes is Juicy Couture's Oui. So this is watermelon as the main note with some pear and also black currant in. So very fruity, but then also has a little bit of white floral and powder underneath. But the main thing, and especially in the first few minutes, is very, very watermelon-y. The pear, I think, makes this nice, fresh and watery, just like watermelon is. So very summer again, but it's that sweet watermelon that comes across. So it feels young and free and uplifting. And Juicy Couture as well, you can often get very good prices. From the Vera Wang Princess range, Princess of Hearts was their watermelon one. Now this range has so many, and I think this one is discontinued, but you can always still buy them, and like I said, I'll leave it linked. This had almost like a creamy feel to it. So if you imagine a watermelon flavored macaroon, or a watermelon milkshake perhaps would be better, that's kind of what this was like. So again, if you like that type of watermelon flavour of things, then this would be a very unusual way to get watermelon. Escada, of course, use watermelon in their summer fragrances. The best examples of this, Sorbetto Rosso. This was all about the watermelon, sadly discontinued now, but this was totally dominated by watermelon. And then also Escada Born in Paradise, which is easier to get now. This is a coconut pineapple watermelon. So the watermelon isn't as strong as it is in Sorbetto Rosso, but you can buy this more easily. So if you don't mind that coconut is also a strong note as well as the watermelon, then you can get this. Or you might have to pay a bit more to get the Sorbetto Rosso one, because it's discontinued, it'll be a bit more pricey. But that one really was the most watermelon-y one in the range. One you might not realise has quite a lot of watermelon is the Acqua Allegra Flora Cherisia. So this is a cherry blossom perfume, right, and marketed as such, but if you look at the ingredients and if you think about the smell, watermelon is actually a strong smell here. So because cherry blossom is such a light, delicate note, they tend to put either raspberries or berries, or in this case watermelon with it, and that's what they've done here. So this is a watermelon and cherry blossom smell, and the watermelon gives it that fresh almost oceanic, airy smell. You know, watermelon's so watery, which works really well with that light, fresh cherry blossom as well. So really pretty fragrance, one of the prettiest ones from this range, and very fresh, uplifting, very feminine. And then lastly, one I haven't had the pleasure of smelling because it's from Bath and Body Works, which isn't here in the UK, but let me know what it smells like. They have watermelon lemonade, which sounds amazing. I'd love to be able to smell this, so let me know what it's like in the comments below if you're from the US and you have Bath and Body Works. I must, next time I go to America, go to Bath and Body Works and get them all so I can do a video, because I think they have a lot of things that I'd like. So that's it, guys. I'm sure there's others that you'd like to add to the list, so let me know in the comments below what your favourite watermelon perfumes are. I'd say overall, you know, the Juicy Couture, the Shay and Blue, the Escada, the D&G, the CK, you know, those are the ones that are the best and strongest, truest watermelons. So if you're a watermelon fan, there aren't a huge amount out there, so those are the ones to focus in on, I think. But thank you guys so much for watching as always. Do give the video a thumbs up if it's been helpful, and do subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.